Seriously, guys, are them idiot and them have around the country. If we not sit down and look, sit back and look. That idiot them have around the country, Andrew Holiness. Eh? Somebody tell me if I go suck your mother. What's about that word? Tell me. What you do worse than that, Andrew Holiness? You did worse than that. You did worse than that. It's just that people do not know what you do. And somebody tell about sucking mother, you find that very offensively. You have police that take young kids in a station and make a mock out of them and have them and make them and turn them a fool. And you condoning all of that. Eh? You are not God, Andrew Holiness. And look, Jesus faced a lot more than you. He was crucified on the cross. You're not running the country. You're the worst president I see. Go in the outside parliament. You are the worst president. A lot of people say it. If your people, them, your own people, them, your own green people, them tell you, whatever color you is, tell you. But you're not, you can't do nothing to them. You are the worst. You inveigle badness. You promote badness. You are the worst prime minister go into the house of the parliament. You are the worst, Andrew Holiness, with your big face and your big nose. So what? Your face big and your nose big. Somebody tell me, look what people tell me about my mother. Go suck my mother. What that's supposed to do to me? Go suck my mother. What that's supposed to do to me? Tell me. It's okay for people to get angry. We can speak things, but it's always said it. Once we're not using certain profanity to you and stuff, and we're not seriously laying hands on you or physically contact with you, and we, raising out and put first shot at you or anything. No, put first lick and let me break it down. First lick and throw first punch. Because only we misunderstand people things, even when they understand on the Jamaican. Because they don't use on the head like Andrew Holiness. He promote badness. When you see him in a dance the other day, I put up gun finger and I promote badness. And that's why the bad man them out there not respect him, and I don't blame them for not respecting Andrew Holiness. He's the worst president the worst prime minister we get in Jamaica is Andrew Holiness. Yes, his face is big. Yes, his nose is big. Yes, he's not attractive. He only attractive to his wife. Look what people tell me, so go suck my mother. What's so much about sucking your mother? Didn't you suck your mother, Andrew? Seriously, you take that very offensive. Somebody say go suck your mother. Them never threaten you. Them not tell you I'm gonna kill you. They tell you I'm gonna this. And you send police to kick off man do already. Beat up man of them or scare them, go arrest them for what? But the law in Jamaica is slack, and that's why Andrew Holiness, the prime minister, get away with a lot of slackness. Look how much things he have done. If people for go back and Google things and go back and bring back the lawyer man with this big crime that go on in Jamaica, nobody talk about it. It sweep underneath table. It sweep underneath the table, Andrew Holiness. But if God go for reveal your secret, there's nothing you can do. Leave people, make people speak what they want to speak. People not gonna agree with you. There's a lot of things you do wrong thing, you do things that is not in the book. You do things that come from out of your own head that was not in the book. You know, do nothing in a law, you do Andrew Holiness. Nothing, you mash up the country. You promote badness. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything after doing Jamaica citizen. And una knuckle down when Bojo Bantan talk and L.A. Lewis and Vegas, una lick up on Vegas, L.A. Lewis and Bojo. Una better sit down and take it and listen to them, make them educate, you know. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, the big face man, not running the country good. He's not running the country good. He might mash up the country. He might make the gunman them a go out with bad things. He might inveigle crime. He might inveigle certain crime. Like certain young girls die, him don't talk about it. If them have him skin color, the eye color, nothing, he do not speak. Look at Kaylin. Guys, look at Kaylin, the 17-year-old that went to a party for the first time. And 5 growing tough lady beat the young girl, stab her in her neck, beat her with any buckle, trample her and leave her up on the ground at the party for dead. And you also never step out of his character or step out of the place and talk. And you worry, Andrew, only about somebody telling you about your mother? What's about fear, mama? Eh? So it's okay for them tell somebody about their mother, but it's not okay for them tell you to suck your mother. Eh? Seriously, Andrew Holiness? Seriously? You're the worst prime minister I see take over Jamaica. You are the worst. And people in Jamaica, get up and stop acting like you have no sense and killing off each other. Listen to Mark Murray, which is Bojo Bantan. Listen to Mr. Vegas. Listen to L.A. Lewis. They know what they are saying. The prime minister is a corruption himself. What make you think he can't talk to the bad man them and the leader them for area? Because they know his lifestyle. Somebody tell you about to suck your mother and you gonna kick out somebody do and make police treat as 27 or 18 year old because they use go suck your mother or Andrew me not respect you. Nobody respect you, Andrew Holiness. You're the worst prime minister running Jamaica right now. You're the worst prime minister when Siaga Mani was in power. It's nothing like what you are doing now. You are the worst prime minister. You are the worst prime minister. You're going to take up 5,000 and give somebody to take a COVID vaccine. 10,000 to take a... Seriously, does people like... People in Jamaica, no, sister, the man not value no life. No, sister, him not value no life. Put on a headpiece together. He do not value you guys' life. $5,000 to take a COVID vaccine. $5,000. $10,000. What does that can? That can give you guys 2 good night meals. If you want to go buy 10 pound of oxtail, 10,000 can buy 10 pound of oxtail. Oxtail expensive in America. You can imagine Jamaica how it's expensive. Oxtail is expensive in the United States. You can imagine in Jamaica the poor local country. Andrew Olinson mash up the country. Andrew Olinson mash up the country. And these knucklehead pedophile policemen where you have a road. These knucklehead policemen when you have a road, they act like them are police. And on social media them there do some things. But this have to do with Andrew Holiness, guys. That's why the country is running down. That's why these policemen in Jamaica, it's not all of them is bad enough. But you have some just like him. Just as bad as Andrew Holiness. You hear? You have some down there just as bad as him. Oh, yeah. Yep. Somebody tell you to suck your mother. Police beat them or put them on YouTube. Instagram, Facebook. This is viral. This is viral. So look, boy, get one liar there. Take away your rights. And only so take away people's rights. They can't speak. No free speech or speech. Nothing. You have the right for nothing because he take away all of your rights. And you sit down there with a knucklehead and act like that's what the prime minister do it. He might brainwash you. Stop take bribe. Like what he might bribe the policeman them underneath the table. Stop taking bribe, Jamaicans. From the prime minister to kick off people, do and go beat them up. Officer is there to protect and serve the country, not to kill off people and do all this unnecessary stuff that you're on social media doing with a young guy. He's the worst prime minister running Jamaica. Siaga Manley, them other one was there. This never was happening. He's the worst prime minister in Jamaica, the worst. I heard one of the blogger was talking about a third party from the US want to run for Jamaica. Named UIC something and I can't remember. I put the paper over there. I'm going to look for it and say people should vote them in and make them take out Andrew. Yes, they should vote and make them take him out. Kick him out. Kick him out. Him do 2 terms. Him not need, anyway, I think him can't run no more. We need to have power again. Let me see what you're going to do. We need to have the power when you're not in the outside parliament. Let me see what you're going to do. You're using that place as taking advantage of people, Mr. Andrew Owens. You're using that platform and that outside parliament to take advantage of those people in Jamaica. You're a wicked big face man. You're an ugly, deceitful big face man. With a big ugly nose and big deceitful face. You're the devil's child. Because God would have never allowed you to do that. And if you was a child of God, you'd have never done that. You're the devil picnic from the pit of hell. You Andrew Holiness. I follow every other country and stuff and follow. In a prime minister and a president who run for country and behave like Andrew Holiness. You don't see that. He's the worst of worst. And he cannot get no worse than that, God. Give them somebody to run this place good. We need Jamaica to go back the place it was before. Andrew Holness is the worst prime minister, the worst of worst. Look when Adina Palmer appealed his case. Look when Buju Banton went for the loan to open up facilities to help the needs and the poor. And he helped deny the man. He denied Buju Banton stuff. But God still make him flourish. God still make Buju Banton run the charity thing and help people. That for sure, Andrew Holness, you have no power. God is the only one that have power. You're such a knucklehead and dummy. You have no power over God, people. People have the right to speak what's on their mind. When Jesus was on the cross and they were doing all these stuff, what Jesus said, forgive them, Father, for they don't know what they have done. So who is you not to bear and go through some things? People tell you to suck your mother, you want to lock up people, you want embarrass people, you want the officer and put them on social media and disgrace them the most way. Who is you for somebody not to tell you to suck your mother? Look what Jesus went through. Look what the Father went through for your sin and mine and others. Look what Jesus went through. Eh? Look what Jesus went through. Look what Jesus went through. Look what Jesus went through. And still Jesus never condemned them. Jesus never do all what you're doing. Jesus forgive them. But look at you. You're just an ordinary man like everybody else. You're just carrying a name Prime Minister for Jamaica. And you're acting stupid with a big ugly face, with a cock eye. You're the worst disgusting Prime Minister still running Jamaica. You was rooted from hell and put in Jamaica. Tearing up the country. You're a disgrace. You was rooted from hell and put in Jamaica, West Indies, to mash up our country, Andrew Onis. You was rooted from hell. Because no child of God will act like you. No child of God will act like you. You was rooted from hell and bring up on our land to do what you're doing in Jamaica. Nice Jamaica. We can't wait for you to get out. We can't wait for you to get out. We can't wait for you to get out with a big ugly face. Who is you? You're not my Jesus. You're not our king. You're not our founder. You're not our creator. Jesus went through more than you. And Jesus did not do what you're doing to people. You're the devil's child, Andrew Onis. You are the devil's child. You was rooted from hell and bring on in Jamaica. You was rooted from hell and bring to Jamaica to mash up our wonderful country. But God will not allow you, Andrew Onis, to mash up Jamaica. You're going right back into the pit of hell. That God ring you're wearing cannot secure you, cannot guard you, cannot protect you. The only protector is Jesus. He was rooted from hell and bring to Jamaica. That's why you're acting like that. But you cannot destroy Jamaica. You cannot mash up Jamaica, Andrew Onis. You're going back in the lake of fire. You're going back down there in hell with Satan. Have the young guy making a mock out of him on social media, those policemen. You should be ashamed on yourself. I want God torment, you know. All you policemen that record that little boy, I want God torment, you know. I want the God of the universe torment, you know. Bring tormentation down the house. Bring confusion down the house. He's a disgrace as a policeman who's supposed to protect and serve the country. Look what you're doing. You're supposed to protect and serve Jamaica. Look what you guys doing. And then when anything happens in the country, you like to bash on the door, see for the corruption that Andrew Onis, him the one that rooted from hell that bring up and our country doing. Huh? Come on, man. Who is this man? He's not God. He can't partner, see? He can't walk on water. He can't lay hand on the blind and open. Andrew Onis is just a regular man. He's not the founder, which is God. He's not the son, which is Jesus that died on the cross. He can face anything. People can't say anything once they don't touch him. They touch Jesus. And Jesus forgive them. Who is Andrew Onis? That tells us he was rooted from hell. Andrew Onis was rooted from hell and bring up on the land in Jamaica to run the country. Till him wear a big grad ring on his finger. He's a curse. And that's why people are facing now what they're facing, these little young boys. These policemen should be ashamed of themselves. They're there to serve the country and protect the country. You're walking around beating up people for Andrew Onis. Well, they should be ashamed of themselves when it's a disgrace to Jamaica. When it is a disgrace to my country. When it is a disgrace to my country. The land of the loving, look on the land, beautiful and nice. Jamaica is a nice country. Andrew Onis was rooted from hell and bring upon Jamaica upon the land to run the country. You think that gathering can save Andrew Onis? It cannot save him. What if somebody tells us, look what Jesus went through? He was crucified. Nail was in his head. Nail was in his 2 feet. Nail was in his hand. They put bag wire around him. And when they didn't even stop right there. They push a sword through his side. And somebody tell Andrew to suck him, and Andrew is a police. The police are supposed to serve and protect the people there. But no, instead of them are make a mock out of these young kids in Jamaica. And that's why some of these young kids is acting like that. Because what Andrew Onis allowed to be happening and that happening right now. He's a curse from hell. And not until him come out, we will see some miraculous miracle and things happen in the atmosphere. He have to get out. Andrew Holness have to get out, guys. He have to get out. He have to get out. Andrew Holness have to get out after outside parliament. He's a curse on the land. He's a curse on the land. That big gathering cannot guard him and protect him. The only protector is Jesus. The only shield is Jesus over our life. So all the gathering and all of that, we cannot protect him. He's a curse on the land. He was rooted from the pit of hell and bring up in Jamaica, Andrew Holness. And these police are supposed to serve and protect the people, making a mock out of people. I pray God that God grant this little boy this lawsuit money. I pray God that God you grant this little boy, because this prime minister is mashing up Jamaica. Now sit there acting like you're not seeing what Andrew Holness doing. Look what Jesus got through. Look what Jesus went through. He was crucified on the cross. Nail went through his forehead from one part. You see the nail how long there was? From one part to the back. And his 2 hands was nailed to the cross. And his 2 feet was nailed to the cross. And not only they put barbed wire around his head. They was not pleased. They pushed a long sword through Jesus' side. Who is Andrew Holness for not so much money? If it's okay, mother, you beat them up and send. The police is to protect and serve the country. Why is it you're doing that to innocent young kids that never been fingerprint before? Why are you doing that, police? I pray God for a confusion now in the house. I pray God that if we don't have peace, God come in there and stir up confusion in there. Yes, and I'm saying it. Yes. We are wicked. We are a disgrace to Jamaica. Some of you policemen, and Andrew Holness is a disgrace himself. I can't wait for him to get out. He's the worst prime minister. The worst. You're only carrying a name. Just a name you're carrying. You're not carrying what Jesus was carrying, just a name. You don't have nothing like what Jesus have. You have not been through nothing that Jesus been through, and you acting like this. Seriously? Suppose he was nailed on the cross like my king. What would you do if he didn't nail on the cross like my king Jesus? People in Jamaica, take back what was stolen from you. Go with God and take back what the devil and what the Satan sent Andrew Holness to come do. Take it back from him by force. If you not for go on that fasting and prayer with God, go underneath there for Andrew Holness. Don't afraid of him. Let's talk in and more prayer. Let's talk in and more praying. Go and fasting for Andrew Holness. Pray that God can show him a sign in his house. Don't play with him no more. He's doing a little bit too much. And it's not funny. When Kaylin was beaten by 5 girls, that 17-year-old, he never come forth and say nothing. Up until now, these girls should have been in jail. And if it take 10 years for Kaylin get back her memory, that's the 10 years them have sung in a jail or prison. They would have been sentenced if them living in the United States, because she died 3 times already. They would have been there for attempted murder. They would have wished they never did it. But because Andrew Holness is a corruption, and still a corruption, that's why people is getting away with a lot of things. Yes. I wish my president for the United States never meet with this demonic man. I wish Joe Biden never meet with this demonic man. And I'm saying it viral on every social media. I wish my president for the United States, which is Joe Biden, what's your name, Pamela, whatever. I wish they never meet with Andrew Holness. He is a demonic man. He was rooted from hell and put in Jamaica and the lovely Caribbean country. He was rooted from hell and put in Jamaica. Andrew Holness. He's the worst prime minister we ever have in Jamaica. The worst. Everything you're doing, Andrew Holness, is temporarily. Everything that you're doing is temporary, because you're going to get out. You're going to get out of the outside parliament. You're going to get out. You're going to get out. If it takes 2 more years, you're going to get out. Don't worry. You won't hold that position no more. You won't hold that position no more. Okay, in a party, a clique with other man, we're not supposed to even do. You know? So that should tell everybody anyway who you are. You are rooted from hell and put in Jamaica. I tell you, my God is bigger than everything. That gathering where you are, we cannot save you and protect you. Because we have a God that can do a seed and abundantly, Mr. Andrew Owens, that you can even ask and think of. And if you don't stop, Mr. Andrew, with all these things that you're doing, it's going to creep up on you. Because remember, we serve a God of power. We serve a God of power. We serve a God that rain and do lightning and thunder. You hear? Because your house can't follow to everybody else in Jamaica cannot touch. Because that's the God me know and that's the God me serve. You're a wicked, deceitful, disgusting prime minister I ever see run Jamaica. You was rooted from hell and put in Jamaica. But if God didn't know, say I saw that God wouldn't put you there now. God would have never put it. God would make you steal where you're there. But because you beg God for mercy, God say, all right, you know? But if God didn't, God wouldn't put you there. God wouldn't make you there torture and people them. So, no, sir. But people, I bet if we not try this method and try this secret and try, when I go tell you, no, pray, intercede and go up and fasting for him and ask God for remove him and say if God not remove him because God answer prayer. When God say wicked people, God answer prayer. Him a wicked, him a Satan pitney. He was rooted from hell. He was carved from Satan's sperms. Yes, him not need fear run Jamaica no more. No, sir, he was rooted from hell. I can't wait for God send him back past Satan. Make him and Satan fight. I can't wait for God send him back in a hell. Have a wonderful day, everyone. He's the worst prime minister. The worst of the worst.